So hello everybody, welcome back to the chat. We are back on Woodland Camping Craft at the minute, because just as I tried to go live on Woodland Camping Craft live chats, we have realised that we've not met the threshold for live streaming on the other channel. So we've got a few people in the house now. I think probably a couple of people have now realised that we can't go live on the other channel. So I'm going to have to just inform everybody of where we're at. So if I bring, I've just got to go into my other channel and make sure that we are let me just switch account. Sorry everybody, honestly, sometimes you just can't figure these problems out until you click live and then it just said nope, you've not met the threshold. Right, so I'm just going back into my other account now. Excuse me, I really just wanted this to run so smoothly today compared to last week. Sign out. Right. Oh, what a ball's ache. What a ball's ache. How's everyone's week been? This is right, balls ache. Even though Gillian Smith, evening, Michael Sanderson, Heidi and Kim. Sorry, why this is all going really wrong, isn't it? Oh, that's a terrible thumbnail. I've just seen it. Well, to just tell everyone that we're on the Woodland Camping Craft original channel. That would be much appreciated. I'm just trying to sign into it myself now, so we can so I can see the live chat. So here we are. God. Right, here we are. So if I click on that, I can see the side chat now. So I can turn it off here. Right, sorry about that, guys. We were supposed to go, so I didn't want to do it, but just as I clicked go live, it realised that we haven't met the threshold to actually do mobile live streaming. So we're here. Right, let me just catch up with this side chat, just so I'm not missing anyone. Turn the chat off on my phone. I don't need it there, it just comes off on my phone. I don't need it there, it just comes on my screen. Eddie Wild Camping from Tents to Hammock. Hi guys. Albion Camping. Hello all. Dan Smith. Hi all. Michael Sanderson. Good evening all. Hi guys, texting in from Mantor and it's cold. I thought you was in the hospital, mate. Must not have been serious if you're already up in the hills after a week. That's some good going. Gareth and Zoe Wild Camps with a hey dude. Manstuff TV. Hello you sexy people with a wave and a smile. Thought he was nearly dead in hospital. Yeah, that was a quick recovery, same as what I've said. Gareth shared it on Facebook. Nice one. Hello for X. Yo. Owen says, yeah, awesome thumbnail. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. Stone out now on holiday. Stone out now on holiday. We've got Dan, evening Kevin Dole, Camp Life Bushcraft, and we've got lots of snow here. So I'm all caught up. Before all this started happening, I wanted just to say rest in peace to a great guy in the bushcraft community and the survival community who passed away last week, who's Mors Kajansky. Anyone that doesn't know who he is, if you think, most people think of like Ray Mears as the godfather of bushcraft, but to Ray Mears or other professionals I know, that it was always and always has and always will be Mors Kajansky, Canadian survivalist. He taught, I'm sure he taught in the UK the SAS, a lot of their survival techniques. And then I've just heard, just before we come online, that David Bellamy has passed as well. So as a show of respect, I would just like to get everyone just to get a RIP in the chat for those two guys. One's a great outdoorsman and one's a great naturalist. So rest in peace. Sad losses, but both mid-80s, so they've not gone excessively early, which is always even sadder in my opinion. Yeah, rest in peace, guys. So with that out of the way, we're not really having a structured chat tonight, and we possibly won't be for the rest of this year. I know we can run a live chat next week if everyone else is, if everyone's interested in doing a live chat next week. But obviously the Wednesday after that, I'm pretty sure is the day that the fat lad comes down the chimney and empties his sack all over the living room. So there's a good chance there won't be a live chat that week. Although on the 27th, which is the Friday, I have got a little bit of a meet going on, a Christmas gathering in my local woods for a select few people, and we'll see what 4G and everything's like when we get there. We might run a little 20-minute thing from the woods, just to stick the camera in everyone's face really and just go hello. Yeah, so that's it. So that will be it then. In the new year, that's when we will, or I always say we, but it's me. I will try and get back into getting all the latest news out there, all the stories, any gossip on new kit or anything of that sort of nature, to get the topics going. I am still working to try and stream from the PC, and I think I can. There's just one drawback. I think instead of using all the encoders, what I thought, it says that we should just be able to go straight live from the webcam, but it's not registering the webcam. It's saying it's being used in a different application. The only other application it could have been used was in the encoding software. So I've got rid of all that crap, and it still doesn't want it. So I will work on it. Like I say, some of these technical issues you can't actually figure out until the moment you go live, which is really shitty. So lots of RIPs in the chat. That's nice to see. Everyone paying respects to two good blokes. William Kinnear, hi Kevin, all the crew. Told you to stay out my chimney. Andrew Forrest, hi Kev, rest in peace, guys. So how's everyone's week been? Everyone looking forward to Christmas? Anyone getting any nice prezzies? It's funny because when you get to a certain level on YouTube, and you'll get companies approaching you with products and stuff like that. For just out the blue, after not really being offered anything in the last couple of years. I mean, when I first started YouTube and got a little bit of momentum, I got offered a cheap shitty fire steel once, and that was about it. And then yesterday, I've been approached by 2 different companies for 3 different products that I want to send. So that gives you a little bit of incentive. I don't do this for free kit, and anyone that's ever been stuck around long enough and was here when I was doing the gear reviews knows that I don't test kit when I've just received it. I don't review it when I've just received it, and I always said that they're only ever going to get an honest review out of me if something is shit. Then I'm going to tell everyone it's shit. I would not want anyone going out spending their hard-earned cash on it's shit. I would not want anyone going out spending their hard-earned cash on a piece of crap that I've recommended. If it's crap, then there's no way on earth. But it was just a nice shock and a nice incentive after, well, basically a year away from the chat. I just thought, well, maybe it's worthwhile sticking around and putting a bit of work and a bit of effort into it after all. But like I say, the live chats do damage your main channel, and really didn't want to be here, but I really didn't want to be here on this channel, but I really didn't want to let anyone else down either, especially with the great feedback I've had after everyone last week, saying, that they're glad that I'm back, they're glad the chats are back, they've all been missed, and all them sort of things. So yeah, it was a nice response. Didn't get all the dislikes that it used to get. It seemed like when the chats was ending last year, that people just come only to dislike the chat, and it's not disheartening, and it didn't really bother me so much. But it was just like, how sad is your life if you're just coming just to say dislike the video. So that's that. Really could do with some people talking inside chat. Come on, talk to me. It's supposed to be chat. Come on, guys. It's supposed to be going in two ways, not just me ralphing on. So other than that little bit of kit from the manufacturers, I've not got no kit planned. The only thing I'm really going to be treating myself to is a diesel heater for the van. Yeah, I want to get a diesel heater in the van sorted pretty early on next in the new year. I often do a shave my head. Try to do it as least as I can, especially if I'm going to be on camera, because it tends to do that, and that just looks like a great big keyhole in my head. So, but it never happened. And I'm not vain. I'll sit out with my friends or whatever, not without being vain and worried about cutting my hair. Be interesting to know how often you shave all of your chins. I need a diesel heater for our van too. We've got heaters, but they're not safe heaters. They've all got an open flame, and that's something. It's not something I would ever risk with Lily in the van. I'd put it on if I was awake, like first thing in the morning, to heat the van out. But it's also, we're running on butane or Calagas, whatever that is. It's one of the two, and it's a damp heat in it. So, yeah. Whereas the diesel heaters are a dry heat. Dan says, I've seen a box arrive for the wife with the bushcraft store masking tape all over it. I'm hoping it's for me. Either that or she's having a fling with someone in the community, mate. So I hope it's for you. How many days would you stay on camp before you felt you needed to wash your bits and your pits? Well, I'll often go camping and not take a spare clothes if it's familiar. Like if I was going into the woods, I wouldn't necessarily take some spare clothes. Nights, 3 days, would you? I mean, being a big lad and all that, I tend to sweat a bit more than the average bear. Funny story actually. When we left the woods, we went into the co-op. I was going to get a few cans of beer on the way home, and the woman was like, Maureen, the shop's on fire, because I must have absolutely just stunk of fire smoke, and I just had to just sit there and put my hand up and just be like, no, actually, that was me. I'm sorry about that. Ant says at least a week. The other thing was when we was on tour, it was through the summer, it was nice weather, and we basically based the tour around water. So there was always water. There was always a beautiful lake, a beautiful river, or the sea for us to go in. Not just to have a wash, but just because it was the summer. Most of you will know the year before I broke my back, which turned out to be the nicest summer that's ever happened since I've been alive. So in 37 years or 36 years, then it was the nicest summer that's ever happened, and I was laid on the sofa with a broken back for all of it. Just seeing all my YouTubers that I watch while not in the camping community, it's like sneaking into swimming pools, and people like me and all that. They was all going to the beach on the Isle of Wight. Gareth and Zoe was always going to the beach. Hazy was always wild swimming at like Mermaid's Pool and all these other places. I've seen Hazy do it, and I just wanted to get in the water, so I just based the tour around water. Yeah. So I heard a tree fall in the woods on Friday night as I was falling asleep in my tent. Wow. That happened to me last camp with Chris and Kurt, and shit yourself. Ant will tell you one of the not the last time because it was only last weekend, but one of the times before I went to snap a pine tree, a little limb off a pine tree to see if it had any fatwood in it, and the whole thing fell, the whole tree, about 40 foot of it, and it just looked like with pine trees, obviously, basically the center every 2 foot up, it just looked like a trap out of one of the Saw movies, and that thing just come falling down, and I absolutely papped my pants. Dan said he's heard it as well. Gillian says it sounds scary. Aidan Kim, hi, just like to say hi to you all. Owen says freaky. I was gifted something called bits and wash juice. I only ever used when I was away, like longer camps like Sweden and all that. I only ever used Bruce Page's wife's. Well, then I think we're back. Oh, there's Nobby now. I'm just talking about you, Nobby. Evening. Get the dog to lick you clean, man. That is just nasty. Andrew Forrest says, is the van finished or anything to do in the van? It's usable. It's plenty usable and serviceable. I do want to put the diesel heater in there. I have got the one thing that I never did, which I should have done, was put a vent in the ceiling of the van. I never done it because it was already, or never purchased one because it was already lined and carpeted when I got the van. So I never bought one. But what I should have done is I should have put one in, because obviously if you're trying to be stealthy, you don't want to leave the doors open when you're cooking or whatever, or if it gets too hot, you need somewhere to vent in the van anyway. So I should have just done it. I really should have just. And the only thing is, everything inside the van, like all the carpeting, is all black. All the accessories are supposed to be lime green, and I just didn't want a white fan in the middle of the ceiling. And I've had a look around. Still not found a dark one, like a charcoal or a black, but it definitely does need one. And what else was there? There was 3 things I thought I was going to do in the new year, which was diesel heater. Oh yeah, I think I'm just going to put another solar panel on, and a battery. Connect the earth moving on my top on the last camera into slippage. That would be freaky. Don't know your own strength, Kev. Yeah, who dat, bruh? you ever been to prison and had to wash another man's drawers in the toilet? No, not done that. I'm pretty annoyed all the spanners let that one go through for me to read. Yeah, your Cliff-Camp Nobby looked hardcore. Nobby bailed at 4 o'clock. Loafer says, Nobby, the weather during your last camp was over the top. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but figured. Nobby, the weather during your last camp was over the top. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but figured since the video got posted, you must have survived. One of my subs says it hit 70. Yeah, I know it was supposed to be hitting 70, 80 mile an hour winds. You can buy a plastic spray paint, Kev, mod a white one. You can, but they're a bit fiddly, you know, with like the fan blades and everything else. I thought, you know, it would just be a right fiddly job just to get everything all sprayed black. Could have ended up in Portsmouth. Shell's just arrived. Good evening, Shell. Yeah, I've not watched that video, Nobbies, to be fair. It looks like it was a bit of a savage one. That's not the one you took your new drone out. I've seen you've just got the new DJI. That surely we can't be the same camp. My Spark can't handle the wind at all. It just goes. And I have to just find it in fields like I did in one of my videos. Yeah, have you had the, what do you reckon? I know there's a couple of people said they was interested in that new DJI drone, but I know other people didn't like the footage on it, so it'd be nice to talk to someone that had some proper hands-on footage with it, see what they think. That one would have sent a drone to orbit the same day, but didn't fly it on the camp. It's awesome. Is the footage all right? Because it looked like a bit pixelated at range, and it doesn't seem to highlight the darks and lights very well from what I've seen. Not as good as the Spark even. That would have sent the drone off into orbit, although that day I sent mine up, I was behind some great big old satellites that was been laid in the field, some great big massive Cold War satellites, and it was sort of doing all right, but then as soon as I went higher than the satellite, Jesus, it just took off. Yeah, I don't know how to read that. I don't know how to read that name. Cheers, Gareth. I was never going to be able to pronounce that name, was I? Gareth thought the same about the camera. Yeah, well, I think it was you, Gareth, that said they're not going to put all their best technology into a sub £400 drone. You know what I mean? They'll save it for the bigger boys. Good evening, love the Christmas lights, all going a bit of a disco. Yeah, just a little something to put in there for when Lily gets back from school. I put a quick vid of footage on my first flight. It looked good. I'll pop over after and have a look because I am quite interested. I am quite interested. I got that Spark and I should have always just got the Mavic. The back, the little pouch that they could sit in, and they're both exactly the same because the legs don't fold away on the Spark. It ended up being exactly the same.
Start their Euro 2020 preparations with a home fixture against Austria on March 27th. The venue will be decided at a later date.
Alexa,
Austria return.
Shut up. I don't know why that just did that. Your new drone looks cool. They do look cool, don't get me wrong. And I think there's plenty of good technology in it, but if the camera footage isn't great, it wouldn't be worth it to me. So I know I've not been making videos for a long time, but I have been upgrading kit in the meantime, and then to go from a drone to a different drone with a lesser picture, it doesn't make sense. Just to shave about 200-300 grams of weight. I don't know. Gareth, I'm not reading that out, you fool. But she just spared it out, didn't she? I didn't even ask her anything. She's listening. She shouldn't be listening to my conversations. What are they anyway, Gareth? I've never. What's one of those anthems? You tell me what they are, because I don't know what they are. I don't go searching for that, boy. Yeah. Going back to the drone, yeah, it's got double or triple battery life as the Spark. I think the Spark's only about 12 minutes maximum. Well, no, about 15, but 12 in real life. And that's probably double the battery life. And the range is I'm sure someone's done 4 miles range test, and the Spark's only about a mile. So yeah, all goes down into a nice little package. But like I say, it's just that video quality that just concerned me. Yeah, I was dubious, Nobby. But I ended up caving in. But it is a bit. I've not really had any of the really weird ones yet, apart from that. But she controls all the lights, and I've got like all the smart plugs and stuff. So when I'm just done, I just tell her to turn everything off, and it just saves me money on electric instead of going around turning everything off standby, which most of us probably don't. Now it just automatically every night when I go to bed, I just say turn plug 1, plug 2, plug 3 off, and it just all does it. And I don't know, you could say I'm saving the environment just a tiny bit, couldn't you? Plus it was free. When I changed over broadband, when we was trying to get the chats going about, I don't know, must be about 4, 5, 6 months ago, something like that. This is how long we've been trying to get the chats going. Yeah, I got the absolute fastest fibre broadband that you can get in my area, and yeah, it's still crap. It's still really shit. So I complained to Vodafone, and yeah, they just sent me a code for Amazon and just put this code in, and it all just come through the post. So I wouldn't have gone out and bought it. I think the unit I've got with the plugs and the light bulbs, everything else, I think it was about 180 quid's worth of stuff, and there's no way on earth. Even though it's not a bad little speaker and it comes with Amazon Music where I just play any music, I would never have gone out and paid for it. My wife already knows everything. Yeah, all my flashing lights are all LED. They're not as bad as the old bulbs. And I don't do it for long. They've only been up. I put my tree up on the 1st of December, and they only went up about 2 days ago. But it's cold and wet. When Lily comes home from school, it's just nice when she's coming in the front door, just to have the lights flashing. 1,000 watt halogens, I reckon. No, it's definitely not. Bloody signal keeps dropping. Yeah, mine was as well. Dave is in the house. You think yours is crap? You should try my broadband, more like a thin string than a broadband. It's rubbish. It really is terrible. And it was. I even lost total connection this morning, and I thought, well, that must be typical when the live chats are due to come back on. I couldn't get a signal. 40 minutes on like the messenger to Vodafone, and BT is best. Quite possibly. I think the problem I'm having is that I think the router is yeah, I just don't rate the router. I've had Sky router before, even when I wasn't on fibre broadband, and I had a TalkTalk router when I wasn't on fibre broadband, and both of them perform so much better than this. Sometimes it takes literally 40 minutes to connect to your iPad. You know, where you should normally on any other router is just instant. Is anyone else on Vodafone and have the same sort of problem with like kids gaming or streaming stuff? Don't get me wrong, I can jump on Facebook and stuff like that, all right, on any of the devices and that, but just seems to be sending a Wi-Fi signal to game or anything like that. It's just real terrible. Yeah, the lights are going full lighting now, aren't they? Shall I do that? Oh no, because Shell liked them. I like Shell more than the rest of you. There we go. Shining off the old Napra now. Just imagine I had a shave earlier on, it'd be even worse, wouldn't it? So no one still said if they're getting any toys. Is anyone getting any new toys? I know Dan said he's got a box, but is anyone? What up? It's Big Lee. Jorvik Outdoors is in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Put a Santa suit on, Lee, and it can be ho, 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 couldn't it? Ho, ho, ho. When you're touring Scotland, buddy, I know you're going on tour to Scotland soon. When do you go for that? When do you break up for work? When does everyone break up for work? Not sex toys, Gareth. No camping goodies. No camping. We're on EE and it's been on and off for a few weeks. I would have got all my prezzies. What, you've been on a spending spree? Taking the money out your van fund, Owen. Got no new sex toy. Just picked up a new haversack. I said I wouldn't spend the money, but then went on sale and I bought two. Week on Sunday to Evermore for a week. Oh, we'll have to catch up now. And then move to Glencoe for a second week. Nice. Ho, ho, ho. That's 3 things off Jim's list. On offer, as you say. You got my prezzies, Owen. Gareth's got a new tent, it's not used. Will you be using it at the meet? This has got to be the one Tigris one, right? You've used the other one, haven't you? Used it in the garden. So it must be the one Tigris one. They're just sitting under your tree looking pretty. By all means, if you... I don't know, I was going to bring the TP for you to look at. By all means, if you want me to bring the stove, you two can dive in there with the stove if you want. See how it works with the stove in. It's up to you, buddy. I'll bring the stove if you want it. It makes no difference to me, it would just be in the van. I just wouldn't use it on its legs, you know, because the chimney's long enough. I'd use it just on its underside, on its belly. Ah, right. So it's the opposite way around. Okay. But either way, you can still use the stove if you want to bring the. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty. It's not boggy, so you wouldn't have to use the, you know, in the one Tigris anyway. It's all up to you. All up to you, Mocha. I am going to get one of them, I think. Well, I keep doing that, and then I keep going for the DD Ultralight. But how heavy is the one Tigris with the main pole? Because obviously, well, it'll be fairly similar anyway. Because if I did a 3v3, I'd still have to take some walking poles, wouldn't I? Anonymous, you look like you murder prostitutes. Maybe do, maybe I don't. 2.2 kg whole thing. 10th Wonder is up and running again at last. I know. I've seen the website is getting back to fully stocked. They still haven't got that. Well, I'd say this. Last time I checked last week, they still haven't got that 3 meter. The 3 meter tent that I've always wanted for ages and ages. Messaged him about 10 times about it. But I do like to have under stuff. I just want the basic 3 meter just for winter. No mods in that. No flashy stuff. I just want the basic 3 meter, 1.8. I think it was 3 meter by 1.8. It was yeah. I think it was only it used to be under 20 quid. And I just never got around to buying one. Just remember, you've still got my Xmas Prezi. I've still had it for a long time. I've got my head back now, Dave. And we'll sort it out, buddy. Promise you. 1250 for the outer cab. That's all right. Yeah, I know what it is, Dave. I know what it is. I ain't been right in the head, but we'll get you there. I've still got your address, still got everything, and we'll get it sent. Won't be there before Christmas, though, I wouldn't imagine. Getting new camping gear for my brother for Christmas. Nice one, Andrew. What are you getting, buddy? Get one of them Chinese 90s off eBay. They're bloody good. Yeah, they're only about 100 quid. Sort your head, that'll be even better. I don't think anyone's going to do that. Anybody camping over Christmas? Yeah, we've got a little thing going on the 27th for a couple of nights. I think Manstuff TV's got a little thing going on the 27th as well. And voices keep arguing. My voice has turned into demonic ones. It wasn't good. It was not good. I'm camping same dates as Kev. Big Lee's in Scotland. I already know that. I can answer it for them. Yeah, the cheap diesel 90 is about 100 quid. That's exactly what I'm after. I have watched review after review after review. People in Canada living in minivans and that down to about -20. They're all saying it's work fine. They're as good as the £1,000 ones anyway. That's what everyone's saying. I've not seen a single bad review about them. Nobby's got a meet up with Bruce. Is that over the Christmas period? Video to follow on the Scotland trip if YouTube doesn't swipe my account. Can't wait to see what you and Bruce find to eat. You're doing a bit of a challenge, ain't you? Taking any grubbing? Andrew Forrest is getting a hammock and a tent. Nice one. You'll have to post some pictures, mate. So you're using them. Should be a good vid. Yeah, 3-day cook and catch. That'll be that'll be interesting to watch. We was up at Anglesey in the summer, me and Brendan, and we never caught a bloody thing. Then again, we was facing real horrible weather. It's never great fishing when everything's going against you. It was the same day, and my awning went over on my van anyway and blew straight over. That's how windy it was. Bruce is going to lose a leg. Rigby, hello everyone. Nice to see you again, bud. Not seen you. I spoke to you for a long while. Look forward to the vid, Lee. Why would you recount? Is it because the sheep incident? Thought you sorted that out with the police? No, there's that drama going on with YouTube where they're going to just delete everyone's accounts if they're not profitable, aren't they? Nobby, are you still using Catties? Catch and Cook sounds epic. The bidding accounts not making their money. Yeah. Nobby's still using the Catties. I see you've been making your own Catties as well, haven't you, Nobby? That's a good point. Is anyone making any gifts for Christmas? One way is Welsh for money. I'm going to have to get back into a bit more making, I think. When Lily leaves home, I plan to be in the van full time. And it's going to be, hopefully, if I get back into my leather, that'll be, I shall pay for my living, hopefully. I'm going to make the wife a lovely gift. It's called a mess. Don't ask for gifts, don't give gifts, best way. I don't mind giving. Oh, that sounded a bit wrong, didn't it? I don't mind giving gifts. And making my wife disappointed. Should have thought about making some things. Yeah. That's the way to do Xmas. I think it is. Nice and simple. Do right, Kev. Van life is the future. Says a man that's just bought a house. Who was in a van. Are you regretting anything about it, mate? I bet you're glad of a bit of space and a bit of storage and all that, are you? Heat as well. Going to try and make my own bushcraft knife. You know, I was fairly interested in that as well. I was fairly interested in that. I've been watching all these ones on YouTube where they like get the files and stuff. I've got that big barrel in the forest near me. Oh, I swear to God, if I make my own knife, I'm just going to have to make my own scales as well and just go in there and just chop the ash tree down and get the bow. Made some caramel maple syrup mead. It's like sherry. Nice. It's not appealed to me yet, but I'm sure it will do at some point. People always enjoy making sloe gin, and it's a doddle to make. Yeah. Bottle of gin, kilo of sugar, kilo of sloe gin. That's it. Boom. That's what B tells me is the expert. Free booze. Not really got space. It's a tiny bedsit. Only went into the house to have a roof over my head. Might rent it in future and hit the road. Yeah. Well, yeah. At least we'll have a bit of an income as well. I've got some people. I've got like some friends now, or they used to be like YouTubers I watch, but they've turned into friends now. And he's got his cage fight next week, and then he's off. Got a great big fat check. He's just doing his van up, and then he's off. And I don't think he'll be in the UK very much. I think he'll be all over Europe. Bit hard to meet up with him again, I'm sure. Love sloe gin. I'm really not a spirits person, but I do like the sloe gin. I think I even tried the apricot brandy as well that Brendan gives away. I'm sure I tried it. And to be fair, that Skill vodka that Gareth has, I quite like the look of that. Sloe gin and bramble vodka. Yummy. 6 inches of snow and counting. God damn it. Zoe's mad on that brandy. I've always wanted to. The last time we had any decent snow was 2010, and I wasn't really wild camping a lot then. I would mainly camp, but it was like mainly just through summer, with like on sites and stuff. But yeah, I've always liked the idea of like getting a sledge and filling all your stuff up and going off in the woods with your sledge, just towing it in behind you. Always seems like a good idea. I think them videos always do well on YouTube as well, if you're into that sort of thing. We always take the mickey out of that Nicholas dude who did it in his back garden. Had a bit of a camp. It didn't even look like he slept the whole night. He looked like he packed up, but he made it look like he slept the whole night. And God knows how many views that's got now. It was up in the multiple tens of millions of views, and he had 500 subscribers or something, and all of a sudden later he had nearly like 500,000 or something daft. It was crazy. But people do like to see how people survive the cold weather camps. Right, Kev, when I come see you, we'll make plans for you to come this way. We can do sleds for days. Oh, wouldn't it be New York in the winter? Oh God, it would be the dream. Especially if we can head into New York, sort of at Christmas time, and take Lily to see the lights. That would just be 2 birds with 1 stone. That bloody garden campers. Kent Survival did it. It was last year or the one before. Looked an excellent way to move your junk. Yeah, I mean, it suggests that you can carry more kit because you're only, depending on the friction of the sledge, you could carry more without it being a big thing. Sledge, quad bike, or Argo Cat side by side is how they do it over here. Can't buy a frozen lake, steak on fire, etc. Yeah. I mean, I did have the chance to go to Sweden last year. When I broke my back, do you want to go back or do you want to put it to a new adventure? So I said, just put it to a new adventure. I said, we'll go to Norway or Sweden. And, but yeah, just nothing ever materialized. Well, we're back. See, I hate it when he does that. We just dropped out to bed, you froze. Yeah, sorry about that. That's what I mean about the internet. Just dropped out like that. Still here, guys. Still here. Don't believe in. We're down to 5 viewers. Should do it off 4G. That's what I should do. Stuff the stupid router off. You can see me now. Still here. See you now. I just use my Defender, head down to the trails. When I can't go no further, that's campsite. Or I go a nice little spot on the edge of the lake. Yeah, that. A little spot on the edge of the lake. Yeah, that. And we're back. Still waiting, says William. We just went again then. This is what I mean. Internet. Not even this bad last week, was it? I don't think we dropped a phone last week, did we? Can't remember. But here we are. Here we are. It's weird because my 4G, my 4G is like on my uploads. I think it's 12 times faster, 16 times faster than my router at home. How can it be? Still waiting, William. Still waiting. Still watching. I've got to pop out, unfortunately. Back in half hour. If you're still on. No, thanks for the chat. He's gone off, says Dave. Sorry, Dave. I am back there. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Go and see. What are you doing? You have to pop out to see Mr. Corbyn. It's gone off. I think I'm still here. It says I'm live, and 50% of the viewers dropped. Everyone see? I'm just going to write in the chat. Everyone See now. Everyone didn't even tag it right. Everyone's seen now. I don't even know if I'm talking to myself. It's working here. Good. Cheers for that, bud. Let me know. A little bit of buffering. It's mad. It's absolutely balmy. Like I say, it just loses me on my views. See me, Kev, says Andrew. Nice one. Okay, carry on. Don't feel. See you now, Kev. See, just dropped off again. What's that? 5 times in an hour? 6 times I've lost connection in 1 hour, or less, just less than an hour. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, what's the video quality like? Because obviously it's off the phone, it's not off the webcam. We've not got all the other stuff running. Is my face in HD, or is that too scary for everyone? Is that a scary thought? Seeing Kev up close and personal in HD. Nobby's off. Yeah, see you later, Nobby. 144. I'll put you to. We'll try HD. God, 144. That's rough, innit? I wish you could see my end. It's crystal clear, my end. What's it like? Ever played that on the screen? Anymore made on purpose. Pretty rough. Blocky. Really? Oh, yeah. Shite, innit? He's gone. I'm still here, Lee. Might not be. I'll tell you what we'll do next week. Next week's one, we'll run on. We'll run it on the 4G because it's so much quicker. Endless buffer in your end. Yeah, it's just terrible. This shouldn't do it in England in this day and age. This shouldn't be happening, should it? It just should not be happening. Is your phone Samsung? My Samsung tab drops the Wi-Fi all the time. Yeah, it is Samsung. It's the Galaxy S9 Plus, but it was never an issue before. Drop your quality, I think might help. I don't even know how to do that on the phone, like, especially not live. Yo, didn't mean to do that. It's like putting a filter on. Share, save highlight, and mute microphone. That's the only options it's giving me. It's good now, mate. The quality, so much so that I don't know. I don't even know if it was 144p. Just bump you up to 1080 and it's like looking in a mirror. You must be a handsome devil. It's internet speed, isn't it? Yeah, it's upload speed. When you're live, we'll go again. It's pissing annoying. It's pissing annoying. Yeah, 0.4, so not even half a meg upload speed. It's terrible. They say you need at least 2 to upload properly. So this is why we're struggling. But no one's ever bothered. Everyone only ever complains about download speed, and they might come around, or they might do this, they might do that. But it's upload speed. Anyone that's streaming, anyone that's gaming needs the upload. We just don't have it. Like you say, you pay for fiber optic. My closest service, my 1 meg per 100 meters or something like that. Anyway, so yeah. But like I say, this minute. Or the only other thing is that Owen kindly offered to host it once from his super fast broadband. That's Gareth, by the way. Just sending a billion WhatsApp messages. It's not a vibrator. Maybe sit in front of the flashing lights to take the stress off. Shouldn't have to like you say, but might work. Take the stress off. We're all professional around here. We've got lights set up. We've got streaming lights, so it shouldn't be. It's not like it's the cameras fighting for light. But yeah, the only thing we can do is try and get the Wood live chat channel. Oh, sorry, I can't speak then. Travelcraft live chat channel to reach the threshold to be able to stream. Oh no, because you can stream from PC. Yeah, well, if it's all right with Owen, I know he's just left now, but we can always try it from his stable network. All I have to do is give him the password for the channel, and he'll host it from his house and bring me in as a guest. And then he said he'll probably leave, but it just means he has to. I know sometimes we do want to bring somebody on who's got a webcam, like a guest, and you know what I mean. He has to be there, sort of thing, or I don't know. We can try it. I'm not averse to trying it. Hate putting out shit quality though. I didn't realise it would show shit for everyone, because obviously looking back at my screen, it's I think what is it? I'm not sure if it's my screen is 4K on this phone, I think. Yeah, it is. So it all looks. You can see all my freckles and all my pimples and where I'm bald and everything else, and even old piercings you can see. I'm not sure Kevin HD is brilliant, but it just seems counterintuitive to make a YouTube video with all the best kit you can afford and all the rest of it, and then do a live stream with such crap quality. But here we go. I'm just rambling on now. Anyone go out to say? We've still got 14 viewers. Likes, literally. Thumbs down. So just check you've not done that by accident. Just as I checked to look up, the thumbs down come. Drop a like if you've not. And yeah, anyone else got out to say? I'll give you an hour. I always like to give you a minimum of an hour, but I'm feeling fairly chatty. If anyone wants to still keep chatting, let's go for it. Oh, I'd love to see it. I wonder if people would still do all the dislikes if it showed you who the dislikes were. I bet they wouldn't have the stones to do it. Speaking of equipment, what's something some people have got this year they really like? For me, it's got the new camera. It's still not like a mega pro camera, but for whatever reason, I've said loads of times in the past that the Samsung Galaxy S9 wouldn't take an external mic, even really wouldn't take an external mic. And then I had a DSLR, a GoPro, and a handheld video camera, and none of them would take an external mic. So always wanting to improve the channel, improve the videos. I wanted the better quality audio. So I've got a new camera now, a new Canon camera that takes an external mic, even though the battery ran out in the last video real quick. For the short time I used it, I really did like the audio. I think it was a lot crisper. So yeah, I can use all my mics now, and I'm not going to put any pranks or anything on this channel again. I have a mic hidden on my person or nearby and get people's reactions, because that's what pranks are all about. So in the new year, I'll be doing that. Going out, doing the prank stuff with these wireless mics and everything I've all got now. What else? Have I got any other kit that I'm really happy with? I don't think I've really bought any, because I've not really been camping a lot. Other than the van, I spent a couple of grand on the van. That's a new camping toy, really, even though I don't even think I'm going to put the van channel, beach camping, wild camping, mountain camping, woodland camping. I think I'm going to put like any van videos on there. What about you, Ruby? You got anything you like? Hits you on the old heartstrings, that buddy. Thanks a lot. Normally give you a thumbs down, but cut you some slack tonight. Doing any more filming with your drone? Possibly not, unless we get a real heavy snowfall. I don't think the drone will come out until spring, when all the nice colours and all that start appearing. Yeah, I don't think I'll have much use for it. Definitely not while I'm in the woods. I picked up a load of handmade canvas kit this year. I love using it, mostly for Camp Kitchen, all made with love from the good folks at PNW Bushcraft. Don't think I've heard of them. PNW. I might move on to some canvas kit very soon. I brought a canvas middle for me Polish Lavo extension, and I put the chimney on there, but I'm not happy with it, so I might just use all the canvas and make some tool rolls or something like that. A new head torch, that's about it. Wireless mics, sounds flash, sounds so important. Amazing how small cameras fail to have a decent input. Yeah, I was surprised that, well, what it was is that Samsung would never admit there was a fault with the mics, and then people was really complaining after 5 months. They were already nearly planning on releasing a new phone, so there was never going to recall all the phones. When they got the new phones about to be unleashed. So yeah, everyone just had to like it and lump it. I know plenty of vloggers totally went to iPhones because of that reason. Mine's at Astor Tarp tent. Was that supposed to be £50, £5? Rip off of Locust gear, weighs less than 500 grams on accessory. I also picked up a few accessories for the old canoe so that I can spend more time on the water in remote places, fishing and all. My inflatable canoe, I brought some paddles, and I think I'm going to have to get a decent double-ended paddle. I don't know what the technical term is for them, because I took the boat out with Lee. It was no good with just one paddle, just soaked her and everything else. But with a double paddle, it seemed to power through the water. So, anyone know of any decent but reasonable priced double paddle? Send us a link. Drop us a link or something. Yeah, 58 on AliExpress. Astor Tarp tent. Is it just a 1 person, 2 person, 3 person? I'm always on the lookout for a new tent, especially for the lighter weight stuff that I plan to be doing in the new year. Hey, the dislike's gone. Someone did do it. Someone did do it. We went up to 11. I often wonder if that was the case. If someone had disliked by accident. So I went and checked on Lily's videos once, and I noticed that I disliked 2 of hers. She only had about 9 on the channel. I just scrolled across quick and disliked. Squeeze at 3, easily 2. Great for just me. Yeah, you and Kit is good. Will 2 and Kit fit, or me, Lily and Kit, me and Dad? I know, but it is easily done, and I think someone's done it. Like I say, I'd just go back and check, and there it's just disappeared. It's gone. Often gets overlooked. That must be RE. The sound kayak paddle. Get the longest one you can use. I use Carlisle. Will me and Kev fit? you won't go without Zoe anyway. I don't think Gareth and Kev's got the same ring to it. I don't think I'll ever pass as Zoe. She ain't got a beard, has she? Yeah. Well, that was the option. I was going to go with one of them, one Tigris TPs, or just a DD 3v3, which is not a 3v3, it's a 2.9 or whatever. I'm not shouting that out, Gareth, because I've said that the live stream today was suitable for under 18s, so I'm not reading that out. You'd fit bags in the middle as it has a central pole. Shall we make Rigby add as moderator? I've just put you as moderator now. You can drop a link in the chat if you want, in the side chat of that tent. I'm sure people are always interested in seeing a bit of new kit. So next time you type anything, you're going to be blue, like Blue Man Group. And we've still got 9 in the house, but there's only 3 of us talking. Come on, go. Oh, 4 of us. Loafer as well. Loafer, Gareth, Rigby. Let's get some more chats going. What's everyone doing over Christmas? Everyone staying at home? I'm going to families, doing visiting, traveling. What's everyone doing? I'm going to the sisters this year. I'm going to. Whoever's in the chat, say hi. Froze again. Hi. Staying at home, says Andrew. Andrew's in the house. You got the family round, Andrew? I don't know why Gareth is already friends with me, but it's true. I normally have Baileys and Ferrero Rochers. No. It's like in the summer, it's funny, isn't it? When Wimbledon's on, I normally sit and have Pimm's and lemonade with all the trimmings. Likely to go see my mum. What's it say? Likely to go see my mum unless she gets snowed in somewhere, in which case I'll just sleep in. Very likely where you are. Although the UK, especially England in general, has a terrible thing. Whenever it snows, that's it. The country just falls, halts to a stop. And then I've got like a friend who lives in Norway, and he sometimes posts pictures in the group or on Facebook or whatever, and the sides of the roads are like 25 foot deep of snow, and the roads are clear, and the country doesn't go into meltdown like England does. Price has risen. Oh, there's the tent. Can I have a look? I wonder if I can get on there and not lose everything I've been doing. Missed that? What? Missed what, mate? Simple and lightweight. It is a bit taller than my tent, probably. That's the other thing, is me in a tent trying to get dressed in the morning. It's a no-go. I'm not a fan of the colour. I like to be a little bit more stealthy than that. Hey. I can see you, Hayes. Welcome to the chat. £63 now, still worth it. Hey. Can still see your Hayes in the chat. Can still see them. Hey to you. What places? We have places that don't even open until there's a foot of snow. Absolutely balmy. Like I say, when everyone's when I've seen them like in New York, when it's snowing there, and they've got like handheld snow plows and all the rest of it. They're really set up for it. I suppose they need to be. We just grind to a halt. all we ever do really is grit the roads, and then the grit melts the snow turns to the water, and then it freezes at night and just make the roads a death trap. It's please don't spam Delina. It's probably only about 11. Oh. Well, I'm flagging now. As I said, I was 15 minutes ago, I was all full of life and said I was happy to chat. It's actually a dark straw colour, not great for stealth, but it does sit well in the sand. Yeah, I'll give you that. That would be nice on the beach, fairly stealthy. Chinese have a weird relationship with colour. I know. I've done it. I've been there before though. Probably blue tents and stuff. I won't have one again. Well, my camping style changed, I suppose. That was when I was first into photography and going out everywhere, and I just needed the smallest, cheapest, lightest tent I could find. And back then there wasn't AliExpress and Wish and all this other stuff. You know, it was just whatever you could find on eBay. I'm 150 miles north of the famous city. We get twice as much snow as they do, and I tend to play even further north, where it gets silly in winter. What's the wildlife like there then? Have you got anything that wants to chew you? When we was in Sweden, there was you get black bears, but they was far north of where we was, and you actually on the canoe trip you actually canoed from Sweden across the imaginary borderline into Norway, and that was their nature reserve. And they sometimes have wolves. A bit to hear them, you're fortunate, but I don't know what sort of wildlife you've got up there. Not on the northeast. Mountain lions, black bears, and hungry eagles. Bear, bobcats, moose, but nothing really wants to bother you. Just need common sense. Showing pictures or video footage of bear scat in his video, and then he was wiping his bacon knife on his legs. He was cooking bacon. He was taking it and cooking it on the thing, and then, God, wiping his knife on his leg. I just thought, you're just going to wake up and there's going to be a grizzly on you. A bear would rather trash your car. I worry more about snakes. There won't be no snakes in that time of year, though, surely. Not in a foot of snow, I know that. Well, I assume that. I don't know that. You're going to tell me different in a minute, aren't you? Make me look stupid in front of all my adoring fans, all 8 of us. Yeah, animals, you know, when you see the safaris where you go through like safari parks, or even like the little safari parks in the UK, all the animals really seem to have a distaste for cars and just like want to smash them up. Thought they only like the warmth. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought those snakes was in snow. I always wondered what, if you get bitten by a rat, like, how long do you have to get to town? I don't know. It's one thing, we really don't have snakes where we are. We do have snakes in the UK, but not where we camp, or not where we've camped. I've not even seen a water snake or anything. I know my uncle once when he was in Mallorca, he got stung by a jellyfish, and I told him he only had minutes to live. I ended up pulling my goggles off, wrapping it around his arm and peeing on him, because not long before we went out, I watched the thing about box jellyfish, and yeah, It turned out they just gave him some cream to put rub on his stink and had weed all down his arm. My bro got bit by another who was quite ill. Yeah, pretty bad allergic reaction. Yeah, they don't tend to kill. I suppose they can if you've got a bad immune system or you're young or old or something like that. But they're really just. I'd like to see one. I'd like to see a few in the wild where we are, but we just don't. We have what we call timber rattlers. I think you're better off staying put and sending your mates for help. Most people aren't too well. No. Talking about sending people for help and stuff like that, has anyone seen the and it's worldwide, the what's it called? It's called the what? I'm sure it's called the What 3 Words. Basically, they've gridded out the world into 1 meter square sections. You know, they've gridded out the world, and in each grid section, they've got 3 words. So have you ever stuck for help and you just say light, camera, action, or whatever the 3 words are, they instantly know where you are within a meter. I thought that was pretty good. I've got it installed on my phone anyway. I can share in the Facebook group if anyone's interested. The app, I can share the link to the app. Yeah, I'm sure it's What 3 Words. I picked it up against my house once and I had a right funny combination on my house. Andrew Forrest has got the app. No, we're just bedridden with bad flu